Tanisha, do you use VMware? Hey guys, just still setting up. I had some technical difficulties. Oh, I was muted. Okay, so we're going to start off from level 21 to 22. And just to double check, everyone can see my screen. Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put this password in the chat. If no one has any questions, let's just get started. So like before, I'm going to SSH into Bandit 21. Put in our password. Okay, so let's see. To get through this program, a program is running automatically at regular intervals from cron, the time-based job scheduler. Look in etc cron.d for the configuration, see what command is being executed. Okay, so let's cd into etc cron.d. Okay, so we have all these cron jobs going on. So why don't we start by catting, presumably, cron job for Bandit 22. And so this looks like the command it's running at reboot. It's running this and then putting, and then redirecting the errors into dev null. So let's see what happens if we, because it's a .sh, so it's a bash program that it's running. So let's see what it runs. Okay, change mode, changing permissions of this folder, not permitted. And then let's just cat the file just to see what's in it. So it's changing the mode of this file, catting etc bandit pass into this folder. So if we remember from prior weeks, this is where our passwords are being stored, and it's regularly storing this password into this temp folder. So let's cat this temp folder out. And actually, let me just copy this. Oops. And I have 2 temps. Okay. And that looks like our password for Bandit 22. Does anyone have any questions on that? Okay. So I'm going to exit the levels. I know we can do SSH Bandit level number at localhost, but I feel like it slows down my Vim or my Kali. So let's go on to 22. Let me just also put that. Actually, my oh, okay. So I have another cron.d. A program is running automatically at regular intervals. Looking at shell scripts written by other people is a very useful skill. The script for this level is intentionally made easy to read. If you are having problems understanding what it does, try executing it to see the debug information it prints. Okay, so let's start by going and looking at what we have. Okay, so let's cat the cron job for Bandit 23. Okay, and let's see if we can read it. Okay, so does anyone want to take a crack at what any of this is saying? Okay, so what we can do is we can start with this bin bash, the shebang. So this is telling us that this is a bash shell. So this program will be run as bash. So this is my name equals who am I? My target equals echo I am user, my name, MD5 sum. So we're making a hash here. And then we are formatting it. We're cutting out the information to get, I believe, by delimiter space. I think this is column F, the first column. And then it echoes copying password file, Etsy bandit pass my name to temp my target. So maybe if we follow this line, input our bandit 22 or 23 in here, we can get our password. So let's take a try. And let's see. So this is not our password. And one thing is I made a mistake when I was typing this out. I capitalized the B, and that is going to give us the wrong hash. So let me try that again with a lowercase b. And I don't think that's our password either, actually. And cat echo. And then I think this is going to be where it's going to be moved to the temp file. So if remember, it's catting out this information and putting it into temp my target. So this here is our target. Oops. And here is our password. Do we have any questions on that?
Sounds good.
Okay. Works for me. Okay. So let's move on to level 23. Okay. A program is running automatically at regular intervals from cron, the time-based job scheduler. Look in Etsy cron for the configuration and see what command is being executed. Note, this level requires you to create your own first shell script. This is a very big step, and you should be proud of yourself when you beat this level. Keep in mind that your shell script is removed once it's executed, so you may want to keep a copy around. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back into our cron folder, cat our cron job for 24. Let's see what this does. Okay, so executing and deleting all scripts in var spool bandit 23. And then for the rest of them, permission denied. Okay, so let's just cat out what this says. Okay, so it is going into var spool my name. So that would be the bandit 23, bandit 24, which is what we need. Executing and deleting all the scripts for I and star. So anything that matches this. Then there's a timeout. Okay. So what we can do is we can make our own script because it looks like everything is getting deleted, to pull our password before our password gets deleted. So, but to do that, we don't have write permission, so we're going to have to make our own directory. I'm going to do it temp bgh. Let's do 23. Oh, it already exists. Okay. And then make sure you CD. I always make things and don't actually move into my directories and I get confused when it doesn't work. Okay, so now we are going to create our first bash folder. So let's call it Bandit 23. I guess I know we're going in a 24, but oh well. And we have to do that shebang. You can't really see it here, but let me move my cursor. So I did the shebang to show that this is going to be a bash shell. And then I'm going to, like we have in prior levels, cat etc bandit path for bandit 24. So this is, we are reading the password in the bandit folder. And we're going to direct that into this directory. Okay, and then we're going to have to change the mode on that to so that everyone can execute it, just to make sure that it works for everyone and for our own purposes. And now we're going to copy this into the var spool bandit 24, which is where all this is happening. And then I forgot to tell it what I'm copying. And with the correct, there we go. And I named it Bandit 23. Okay. And because I'm copying it back, I just want to change the mode. There we go, on the directory. So that we can get our file. There we go. So we can get our file back. And then, so we don't have our file yet. I just have to wait a beat. And there our file is. And there is our password. Any questions on that level?
Wow, you're killing it.
I'll try. I'm a little tired, but we're doing this. Okay, but if you have any questions, please let me know.
Okay, cool. I'm following along. You're doing great.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's move on to 24. Okay, a daemon is listening on port 30,002 and will give you the password for Bandit 25 if given the password for Bandit 24 and a secret numeric 4-digit PIN code. There is no way to retrieve the PIN code except by going through all 10,000 combinations called brute forcing. So we're going to make another bash script, it looks like, to brute force this. So if we can start by seeing what we're working with, and we'll just connect to this port, see what it says. I am a PIN code checker for user bandit 25. Please enter the password for user bandit 24 and the secret PIN code for on a single line separated by a space. So something like this. Well, obviously got it wrong. Okay. So let's make another directory. Okay, and cd into that. Okay. So I'm going to do Vim. Vim creates a file, in case I didn't explain that before. We're going to make our brute forces. Tell it we're running a bash script. So now I'm going to start with setting my variable for the password, which is that password for level 24. And I'm going to say it for my variable for the number between 0 and 9,999. We're going to do the, oops, I don't know what that was. Do the following. That's interesting. There we go. We're going to echo this password that I set as the variable password, separated with a space, and then that I variable. So, and every number between 0 and 9,999. And I'm going to put that in a file called output.txt. And then I'm going to say done. Okay, so now I first have to change the mode on this. I always forget that. Just make everyone able to execute it. It's easier because I don't have to do the math. And password command is not found. Interesting. Let me probably declare my variable strangely. Password equal. Should be right. Go password. Password command not found. Oh. Sometimes these things, the little things, really screw you up. Okay. And now this should work, hopefully. And let's see. Now we have output.text. Okay, and then just to see what's in it, make sure I've written. Nope.
Yeah, I have a question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that was really cool how you did this script. What did you just change? Was it a space in between that?
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Wow.
So if you see, I had a space, but like around this equal sign, and that made this think that this was a command line tool. So I thought it was like they're trying to read it as a command that I was trying to tell it, but I was setting it as a variable, so I don't need the spaces.
All right, yeah, I need to work on my bash commands because that's dope that you literally just did that and it went through like 10,000 combinations. So just to also ask, so I know the 4in stuff, but not too much with the on the Linux bash shell scripting. So the 0000, okay, it's obviously the start point up until the 9999. So what if the option, okay, it's of the 10,000 combinations? I would have did the 10,000. If you get what I mean, like the 9999. But 0 is 1 and up to 9,999 is 10,000 like options. So I get it. So but the dot is just pretty much going through those. So it's like this between that. Okay. All right, cool. All right, I was just curious about.
No, that's actually a good point about the 10,000. Because I know a lot in coding, like the first index is really like the 0th index.
Yes.
So I know it gets confusing. I get confused too, because sometimes it's also not that way, very
Mhm.
rarely. So definitely get that.
Cool, cool,
Um,
cool. Oh, great point. Great point.
I'm just going to remove my output.txt and then rerun this brute force, just because I appended too much. Let's see. And there, that's what we want. It's going to go
Perfect.
through all of it.
Wow, and it goes through so fast.
Yeah, it does. Computers, man.
Yeah. Mm.
So now we're going to take this file. I'm going to connect to that port, and I meant to put it into a folder, but this also works. I can also put it into results.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. The power that you have with all this stuff. And automation is my favorite thing. So
I
it's
feel
great.
like I totally agree. So I know Netcat is pretty much, well, I don't know, but from what I recall, Netcat, you can pull banners
Yeah.
with that,
I
or
I think you
does a lot
when
of things.
I think when I pulled banners, I've used more like curl and stuff for like
Mm,
and I know, but like netcat like is what I'm using for when I'm like doing like a relay or like trying to like play around with like over the not over the wire try hack me stuff to
mm,
kind of get folders across. I was actually talking to my father. He's a computer programmer, and he said that he
mhm.
used Telnet to get files across. And I was like, you need to stop doing that. That doesn't seem safe at all.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
but so let's see. Now we have our results. And so just another way to kind of look at this password is I'm going to just cat this out, sort it. Because most of these are going to say wrong. Please enter the correct PIN code and then do unique dash, oops, U. And then I should get mostly just my password. Okay, so here we go. That's the password. And we're on to level 25.
So how are we able to see like what the actual pin number, like the actual pin code? Um
Let's see.
I'm sorry if I'm you say you're tired, but I'm just curious. You got
It's good. You got to test me. Keep me on my feet. Let me see. That's a good question, though, because of course I did exit, but I think if I had,
maybe numbered it.
yeah,
It
if I had numbered it, then I then would be able
would
to
have.
see what the
Okay,
pin
no, that's
was.
fine. Don't worry about it. But I was just to think of how I would. Okay, I would have numbered it like okay, like and you also add a pin back to the. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's probably a good idea just so we can check our work and also keep that in mind for future purposes.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool. I was just curious, but if it's automated, like it's just gonna ask. That's cool. So, yeah, no problem. Hold up.
keep these questions coming. Okay, let's see what we got for 25. Nope. Okay, logging into Bandit 26 from Bandit 25 should be fairly easy. The shell for user Bandit is not been bashed, but something else. Find out what it is, how it works, and how to break out of it. Okay, so this is interesting. So we'll start by catting our Etsy password so we can see everyone's shells here. And now if we look for 26, we see it's user bin show text instead of bin bash.
Mhm.
So if we try to, actually, so yeah, so we do have a key. So if we try an SSH into Bandit 26 at localhost-I to indicate we're using a key. Okay, our connection closed because we don't really have a shell here. So how we can trick this into giving us the ability to tell it to run a shell by zooming in a lot. And this will, when we run something, it will invoke the more command, and we can then open Vim and tell it to use a shell. So,
You serious?
sorry.
Like how? Like that is crazy.
Yes, it's definitely odd, and I think there's a couple ways you can do this. So let's just go through. I think at least two. So let's go through both of them.
Okay.
So if we do this, we get more, and then we're going to press V to invoke Vim, and we can now do E Etsy Bandit pass Bandit 26, hit enter, and now we have our flag. We don't really have our shell, so I guess it's really just one way to do this. Oops, I just pressed the wrong button. So I might have to go back. Come on, there we go. Bandit 26. Oops. So I'm gonna have to probably just redo this real quick. Oops, come on. Okay, so here is our password. There's gonna be a 6 on the end of it, but it's all jumbled up. I think that's it. Okay. That might not be the entirety of it, but oh well. Let me just, come on. Just, not cooperating with me. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so let's do that again. So we have our password, but we want the shell so we can get to level 27.
Right.
So do the same thing, but this time, because our variable is set as, I think, been showed text, we want to set the variable as the variable shell is going to be equal to bin bash. We're going to press enter. Then we're going to do the colon again. And we're going to do sh. And by the way, so in Vim, it's a little fickle. So you just type, and then when you want to type in the actual Vim folder, you press I. But we're just pressing colon and these numbers. And then, so now I'm invoking the shell by doing colon sh, enter. And now I have a shell.
Sure.
So now we're here. Good job getting a shell. Now hurry and grab the password for Bandit 27. Well, okay, let's do it. So we have a file and we have text.txt. Let's see what text.txt says. Okay, so that's useless to us, but we do have this executable looking folder. Run a command as another user. Okay, so if we run it again, and we say, who am I? It'll tell us, okay, so we're running this as Bandit 27.
Right.
And if we are running it as Bandit 27, we can therefore cat the Etsy Bandit Pass / Bandit 27 folder, because only the user of that level can read that folder, I believe.
Okay.
Um,
They have a
so we just do, oops, Etsy Bandit Pass Bandit 27. Okay. And here's our password.
gosh. This is awesome though. Like this is like, when they say this is levels to this is literally what they mean.
Yeah, I mean this is actually a lot of fun, and oops, you do learn a lot
Yeah.
just from these. Like, just wait. We're oops. What am I doing?
W. Yeah. So when you do the Q and then exclamation mark, what does that do?
So this is a folder that you can't write in. So when I do the Q, I'm quitting it, and it's gonna. Let me see if I can. I don't know why it's being so mean to me, but so if you see the colon WQ, that means I'm writing
And
the
then like,
folder
okay.
and then quitting. And then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you might see this because it's like, are you sure you want to do it? So you put the exclamation to be like, yes, I really want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
When I did this, I was, because I think I was getting an error, and I was like, it was giving me problems. So I said Q exclamation to like extra quit it.
Okay.
But without writing anything, because I couldn't write in that folder.
Mm-hmm.
I know editors, like there's a lot of wars going on between like Vim and Nano, and I've seen like gedit.
Mm-hmm.
I like to use Vim because I know that's probably going to be on every system.
Right.
So, and it can be difficult to use, but I think I'm just trying to familiarize myself just for real life
Yeah,
purposes.
I need to get going with that because I usually use Nano. But I remember I know it's an ongoing joke, is like, you can't exit Vim.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was really stuck in real life. So I did that. So I kind of like was like, yeah, this may not be for me. But as you say, it's definitely, something that's going to be literally on all systems. So it's better to get used to it. And it is a lot more powerful too.
Yeah, you can do a lot with it, and I do like it. And I think it's like a little cooler because like you don't have like the training wheels at the bottom, I guess. You
Yeah, you
know.
don't. It's like, go ahead. Yeah. But yeah, so I gotta, I guess, put my big boy pants in and really get going with this. So that definitely gives me inspiration to go ahead and challenge myself a little more.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. And if you need any help, let me know, because I've had very many problems. Like, because you can't just paste into Vim or cut. Like, there's like a lot of little
Mm,
shortcuts in there. So.
right. Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, I'll definitely I'll be picking your brain on that for sure.
Okay. Did I? So now we're in 27. Okay. So there's a Git repository that we have to clone and find the password for the next level. So this is kind of cool.
Mhm.
Um, so git clone. What happened? Oh, you know what? I keep doing this. I need to make a directory because I can't just write in this. So I'm going to do temp bandit 20, yeah, whatever. Okay, and then cd,
Okay.
and then run that command. Gonna need that password again. Gonna yank it. And let's see what we have. We have a repo, cd in,
Let's add readme.
and we have our password.
You make this thing look so easy. Oh my gosh.
This one's not so bad, and there's actually some cool things that you can do with Git.
Hmm.
But I think some of these will show us. Um, okay, so let's exit this level. Don't forget to make our directory. So because we have
Right.
another Git repository, make our directory. Let's do. I keep changing the names. BPH. There we go. Let's take this. Okay, so if you missed that, I pasted in the password. It went really quickly this time.
Yes, fine.
Um,
Oh, yes, cool.
and we have our repo, and we have cat readme. Okay, so we have our credentials, but the password is missing
Hmm.
or blocked out. So this is kind of cool. So if we look at our Git log, we can see all these little comments that they wanted to do. So they wanted to fix the info leak in this commit.
Mhm.
Morla did. So what we can do is we can take this commit gibberish and we can say git show, and it should
At the
give
bottom,
us
right?
a password here. So it tells us what it was and then what it was changed to, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's, oh my. Like I'm like low level, so like seeing all of this definitely is like wow, you know.
There's a lot you can do, and I'm not sure I really realized the full power of Git until now.
Mm,
So this is definitely good to know, and then also take full advantage of like the man and help pages because
yeah.
there's just like a fount of knowledge there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Still, um, yeah. I think I tried like a few levels. So this was like months ago. So when I saw this in the as far as Slack, I'm like, yeah, let me check this out first. So I'm gonna start for sure at level 0 and move my way up. So this should be a fun exercise for a few weekends.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Let me know how you do.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I'm definitely stoked to get back on that.
Yeah, it's definitely good practice for sure.
This is great.
Okay, so we have another Git. Gonna make our directory. It's called. I got getting lazy calling it 1099.
That's fine. Yeah.
Do git clone. Oops. I don't know. I didn't copy it. I keep doing the
That's
wrong thing. Okay, there we go.
it.
There we go. Okay. And I need my password back. Oh, this is my password. How convenient. Okay, and so we copied it. CD into our CD into our repo.
Mhm.
ls. Let's cat this README file again. So there's no passwords in production. Um,
Mm.
so we can, production would be this branch of this Git um, repo. So we can see the other branches by saying git branch dash a all.
Mhm.
So we have our master, dev, exploits dev. Dev seems like our best bet. Um, so we do git checkout dev, which is kind of a cool command.
Right.
Um, so now we are in the dev branch,
Okay.
and we have code, but we're interested in this README. So we're just
Mm-hmm.
gonna cat the README in this folder,
And
and
look at
there's our password.
gotcha. So we just pivoted into the other branch.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So, like, because many people can be working on things, different groups can be. So we just looked at a different group who did not secure their password.
right. And we got in there. That's cool. Okay,
Yeah.
good. A lot of how long question, how long have you been like doing like Linux like or Kali rather um
Um,
practice?
so I am actually career changer. I last April. Actually, like, seriously doing stuff. I went to a boot camp,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that was like 6 months long. I did it part time,
Mm.
and now I just do a lot of Linux stuff where I'm at, and also my free time. I love cybersecurity because everything is gamified, and I am competitive, so it works out well.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Like I swear you're like a veteran from what I'm seeing here.
No,
You're just
I'm still learning with you. I promise. I'm
you are
working on my Python and my Linux.
yeah, you're great. You're great. Trust me. Like, keep it up. You're very inspirational. So, especially as you say, you did a career change. So, yeah, that definitely is very very inspiring. I must say.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Where are you in your cyber journey?
Well, I'm still I wouldn't say transitioning. I'm still like learning. I got my Security Plus like in March. So
Oh,
it's been
congrats.
2 months now. So yeah, I got that. I just recently started a different role. I wasn't in technically like an IT role or like a tech role. So I literally just started last week.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, so I'm pretty much in as far as like IT or like sysadmin type of thing I'm doing. So I literally just started. So I wanted to get into that and then like I guess transition because my company that I work for now, they have I'm more into like the like cloud stuff.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I'm migrating to. So I just like to be well rounded, and I'm just curious about technology overall. So I'm pretty much just chilling in this position now, just grasping everything, so I can eventually migrate. But it was just pretty much like something I needed to do. It was like I was stuck in a position, so I was like, you know what, let me take advantage of this. It was more money and stuff, and it's fun. So I'm pretty much like I wouldn't say help desk, but yeah, I'm pretty much managing a call center. I'm like the only IT person there. And they have two branches. They have one in Florida and they have one in Canada. So I pretty much service the Florida region. So it's been pretty fun for the past 2 weeks. So really enjoy it. So yeah, I still try to do things like this on the back end when I have my free time because I always want to level up and sharpen my skill set.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, Linux can be very helpful for IT, and
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
I need to beef up on my IT, to be honest, because I'm always working with IT people and telling them to do stuff that I don't really understand.
You're right. So I want to just be just well rounded overall. So this that was my take on it. But like I'm going to take my AWS Solutions Architect soon.
Oh,
That's what I'm studying for now. And yeah, pretty much just going that route and more likely being like cloud security related, like security driven, but more on the cloud platforms like AWS or Azure or something like that. So um, that's pretty much where I'm at myself.
it's a good place to be. Cloud is the future. So,
Yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day, Linux is the foundation.
yes.
You can know cloud, but how far can you go if you can't even, do some EC2 instances and provisioning them and everything? So at the end of the day, you need to know your Linux. I gotta actually have Linux Plus certified, but that's very I feel like basic when it comes to stuff, especially like this. So yeah, it's really cool. So I definitely want to grow and get better and Yeah, I just love it. I first saw Linux, I was like, I would never ever be able to do this. Like LS and like what in the world, you know? So I came a long way, I feel like. So seeing stuff like this and how you doing, you just did this, it's like for a year almost,
Yeah.
a little more than a year. That's amazing. Like really.
It's there's a lot of things that you can do with Linux. I know this is maybe a little more like cyber specific, but like you
Yeah.
can see how powerful it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like you literally went through the simple script that you did in like 2 seconds, like iterating through like 1,000 numbers, for the combinations. I mean, somebody may not see like I really think that's like amazing and
Yeah.
awesome. Like the fact that you can just do that and it's like, wow, you would think a password is safe, and look at that, like the pin number is like resolved like before your eyes. So
Yeah.
that is
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. And like I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen like how far you've come too, like
yeah.
just to see the journey you've made for sure.
I guess that makes it more worth it too. So it's not like, oh yeah, I learned this weekend. It's like, no, you just learned a command this weekend
Yeah.
versus the big like 1,000 of them. So yeah, it's really cool. So you just have to be committed and dedicated. So and it shows you, like you said, even now you're learning with me because you're teaching it. So you're relearning it as well, and hardening those that skill. So really cool.
Yeah.
Actually interested. You guys, how often do you guys do this?
So this is my first time
Oh wow.
um, doing so like teaching with this kind of thing. I'd like to continue. I'm just kind of debating what I want to do next. So if you have any ideas, I know Tanishan suggested doing like bash scripting. I'm also interested in Python. So anything that your input is definitely appreciated.
Shoot, if you ask me, I'm either one of those, Python, and I have a little knowledge of Python. Probably like a few months, but I haven't even done anything with Python related. I'm not even gonna lie, probably a year. So I know I need to do better, and I'm sure I forgot a lot of things. But the bash scripting, I think that would be really cool. So just
Okay.
my so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'll do something on that then next. Okay. So we're almost in our home stretch. So we
Oh,
have
cool.
um gonna make a temp directory again. Make sure I cd into it. And then we're gonna git clone. And just grab my password. I think this is it. I hope it's it. Okay, looks like it is. cd into our repo. Cat our readme. Just an empty, spelled wrong, empty file, but okay. So we don't really have many hints, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do git tag, and this is going to show us. So when people are making their repos, they might make tags for important pivotal moments in their repo making projects.
Mhm.
So we have, not so subtly, we have secret. So let's take a look at that tag. So we're going to do git show secret. And here is our password.
It was
Uh,
amazing.
yeah, I mean, Git's pretty cool. I didn't realize there's like so many commands for Git, but there's a good amount.
Yeah.
Um, and I
That's,
think, yeah, let me just exit here. And we're in 31. So we're gonna do another git clone. And my famous mistake.
right. Well, you making that mistake is making me remember it too. So
Yeah.
it's helpful for sure.
Okay. And now we're going to get clone into here and just grab this password. Okay. So we know clone the repository and find the password for the next level.
Clone it. Okay.
Okay. So let's cd. Oops, that's wrong. We're going to cd into our repo. Let's cat our readme. Oops. This time, your task is to push a file to the remote repository. The details, our file name is going to be key.txt. The content is may I come in, and our branch is master. So we need to create a folder named key.txt that says may I come in it, and we're going to push it to the master branch.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to use our famous Vim again.
Right. E.txt. Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to press I to insert so I can type in here. And I'm going to say, may I come in? I think that's what it said. I'm going to press escape, colon, WQ, write and quit. And then I'm going to git add -f to add it to the
Master.
repo. Yeah, that
Oh,
well, yeah, we'll push it there in a minute. So then
okay.
we're going to commit this here with our dot. Okay, so now it's committed to our master, and we're going to push it to the original git push origin. For sure, might need my password. Yes, I do. Okay. So failed to push something, but well done. Here is the password for the next level.
Hey. What's up? Oh my jeez. I didn't know Git, like you said, had that much commands.
Right? It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's funny because, I don't use Git super often, but, when you do, there's a lot of cool things you can do with it.
How do you work on like remembering so much like
Practice.
these
I think for me personally, I'm working on a lot of different projects at once, so it's good and it's bad because I get to learn things, but I also forget them pretty quickly if I'm not using them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know people, they try and review stuff. Doing things like Try Hack Me definitely help you. Just the repetition helps. I think we have Range Force. That's probably really good to use too. But yeah, a lot of repetition is probably the best thing.
God.
Okay, now let's move on to 32. And that. Oh, this is an interesting one. Looks like. After all this Git stuff, it's time for another escape. Good luck. Okay. So welcome to the uppercase shell. So let's see what we can do. We're going to ls. Okay. So it looks like it converted our lowercase ls to capital LS. And because it's capital, it doesn't know what that means. So I'm going to invoke just a regular shell by doing $0. And if you see now, we have a $sign.
Yes.
And I'm going to do ls. And now it says upper shell. Okay, so let's see if we can just count our password out because I don't see anything else we can do. Let's see, actually. ls-a. Yeah, there's nothing that looks like we can do here. So let's just see if we can access our password. And there we go.
Okay.
And let's exit here. Exit again. Oh, because it's our application shell. And then we're going to go into 33. At this moment, level 34 does not exist, so that seems like it's going to be easy. Congratulations on solving the last level of this game. So we made it.
This is great. Wow. Yeah, so this is really dope. Like I didn't realize it's like when you have tools and you know where to go and you have a map, pretty smooth, pretty straightforward. Um but when you don't have that knowledge or the awareness of what you even need to search, it can be a little difficult. So this is definitely like showing me like you can do it. It's just you just have to put in the time from what I'm seeing here. So it's not going to be handed to me. So I definitely need to dedicate some time, maybe like an hour a day or something, that I can just get better, because I feel like once I unlock like that Linux stuff, and it's a good thing, it doesn't really change. So once you are exposed to it and you know it enough, it's like you just build on upon that knowledge. So I think this was fantastic. I don't know, you said this was like the first one you did, but I think you should definitely continue doing them. I know not that much people showed up this time, but trust me, I definitely see the value in this, Riella. And yeah, I'm really appreciative of you taking your time out of your day to this. So this is great, and I really thank you for that.
Of course. Thank you for coming, and I appreciate it. Definitely let me know. Keep in touch. I'm on Slack. So
For sure, yeah. I mean, I just started using Slack for work. So yeah, that's literally why I was like, okay, I got the notification. Like, let me check this out. So, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I keep in touch, because this is golden. Yes, this is what I definitely need. I saw Linux. I'm like, let me join. He's like, hone your Linux skills. I'm like, I'm here. So this is amazing. So, yeah, let me see if I can. I'm just gonna say like hi, so I can just have you in here, so I don't forget.
yeah, go for it.
Perfect.
And I appreciate you coming and your questions and testing my knowledge too. So makes me make sure I know what I'm talking about.
So and this is over the wire. Okay, so over the wire. Over the wire session. Perfect. Thank you again.
Thank you for coming, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon.
Perfect. Yeah. So
Um,
I'm just sending you a message now. So I can just remember like I have you like as a client. I don't think I can like add you here. I don't if I can. I don't know how, but yeah, I'm sending you something just saying, hey, this is me. Thank you for everything. So cool. All right,
yeah.
that's great. Yeah. So if this is the end, this is great. Is the recording going to be available anywhere?
Yes. So I believe the first two are on YouTube, and this should also be on the Black Girls Hack YouTube as well.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm definitely looking forward to watching it again, especially starting from the beginning, so I can like walk my way through it with you guys leading up to the last thing, the last one. So yeah, you made it look kind of too easy. That's great though. That's really great. So yeah, yeah. Thank you again. And if that's it, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you, Tanisha, as well.
Thank you. Yes, thanks. And I'll have both of you have a good night. See you.
All right. Bye, bye,
Bye.
guys.